October at Fenway should be a time filled with excitement in the fanfare of postseason baseball. But not this year. This year is different, as the Sox are still stuck in the moment of one of the most devastating collapses in the history of sports.
Line to left, Crawford playing shallow, dives, cannot make the catch. Romo comes to the plate, he scores! And the Baltimore Orioles stun the Boston Red Sox!
A sense of loss that affects the entire nation, players and fans.
I don't think I've ever been a part of something like this. This was a devastating blow to us. We go down in history as one of the worst collapses ever. So, it definitely doesn't feel good to be a part of that.
My heart is going out to all of us right now. I was not in a good place last night.
My roommate actually had bought a Red Sox hat, at the beginning of last season. So the last 2 years that he's had it, they didn't make the playoffs. And last night, he bought some lighter fluid and lit it on fire.
That's a Red Sox hat that's being burned.
I cry. It tears me up. I mean, I blame the team. I know a lot of people want to blame, Terry Francona, but when it comes to them playing on the field, it's them.
There were some things that did concern me. Teams normally, as the season progresses, there's events that make you care about each other. And this club, it didn't always happen as much as I wanted it to.
It's hard to look at the decline of a unit, of a body, and watch it fall and be a part of that and not identify yourself as, I am a contributor to this fall. Something is wrong with me as well.
This one will hurt for a while with all the expectations going into the season. A big disappointment that will take fans and players a long time to process.
Someone with high self-efficacy, like an athlete who has just a high level of an ability to make change or effectuate something different in a challenge or an outcome, will have a greater amount of resilience.
For me, in my situation personally, I don't know about everybody else in the clubhouse, but whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
It's impossible to explain. It's a huge disappointment. We don't want to blame it ourselves. We did this to ourselves.
Athletes who remember this sort of loss are doomed to lose again and to have it become a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Making it to October is the goal of every ball club at the start of the season. Get to the postseason and give yourself a shot at the World Series and a piece of baseball history. But the 2011 season will be remembered in connection with a different one.
When you look back on this season, what's the thing that stands out most to you?
September.
Most of Boston will fondly remember Terry Francona for two reasons. He is arguably the best manager in franchise history, and more important, he was the manager that ended the curse in 2004, then won it all again in 2007. To Red Sox Nation, he was Tito, with a wad of tobacco in his cheek, a smile on his face, and a cutoff jacket over his uniform to keep him warm. To the media, he was direct and funny and helpful, a calming force in a town that panics at the first sign of trouble. To his team, he was the classic player's manager, the guy that played cribbage with Dustin Pedroia before every game, the guy that never trashed his players publicly and was fiercely loyal, especially to the veteran players. He did what others would not. He let the idiots be the idiots. Francona made it 8 years in Boston, which is longer than any manager in club history except Joe Cronin, who managed 13 years. Francona was often given terrific teams and players with which to work, but it wasn't an easy job, not in Boston, not dealing with all the diverse personalities led by Manny Ramirez. Francona never won fewer than 86 games. He won 96 times, and his .574 winning percentage is among the franchise's best. But Francona did what no Red Sox manager had done since 1918. He won it all. And for that and many other reasons, he'll leave Boston with his head held high.